pillage that locker room, yeah? I rip the doors off, I drag every last meathead in there out by their boots and I split them like logs. You think you can stop the Viking?
Look at me, boy! See this? Half gone, and I'm only heating up! Listen here, you Viking dosser from Smethwick! You think your longboat makes you hard?
This is good old JR, and welcome to the War Zone, the wildest, weirdest, most downright dangerous show on God's green earth.
Ha! And what a night it's gonna be, JR! Forget those fossils on the other channel. Saturday Night Live? More like Saturday Night Died. Ha!
Folks, tonight's a special Brawl for All qualifying match, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The winner of each brand will go on to the grand final to determine the undisputed Human Zoo champion.
And what a lineup we've already had! Hedgehog Man got the 3 count on old Leatherface Murphy on the B-list brand last week. But JR, I'm telling you, ever since that match, Murphy's been off. Even for him. Ha! I think he spent too much time sniffing panties.
There he is, folks, the king of the travelers, Dougie Joyce. He's got charisma dripping off him like condensation on that whiskey bottle.
Those teeth are so bright, JR, he doesn't need headlights on his caravan. He just smiles and drives. He's got that 1,000-yard stare, JR, probably from trying to count all his cousins at a family wedding.
And here comes the Viking from Smethwick, Danny G, ladies and gentlemen. That's 4 inches of pure rage.
That's what Shredder said, JR. The last fella Dougie knocked out was so old, he didn't fall down. He just fossilized on the spot.
The following bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Manchester, England, the King of the Travelers, the Sultan of Whiskey, the man who's never met a bottle he couldn't finish, all whiskey fingers, Dougie Joyce, and his opponent, from the mean streets of Smethwick, the Viking of the Midlands, the Nordic nightmare with muscles forged in fire, Danny the Viking G. This is a qualifying match to crown the undisputed champion of the Human Zoo.
And here we go, Dougie Joyce versus Danny G in this Brawl for All qualifier. The crowd is electric. The winner will face whoever triumphs on the other show between Decca Heggie and the Shadow Boxer.
That's not electricity, JR. That's tension, sweat, and possibly moonshine.
Danny G charges in with a shoulder tackle. Dougie stumbles, but pops back up. And look at that grin.
His dentist must be on more money than half the roster. Look at that sparkle.
Right hand from Dougie. Another left hook. Oh! A headbutt from Danny G.
They're brawling like there's only one kebab left at closing time, JR.
These two are just trading haymakers. Danny's got him in the corner, raining down punches, but Dougie's firing back. Oh my lord, he just slapped him. That's disrespectful.
That's called the Traveler Tap, JR. Patent pending. Ha ha ha!
They're out of the ring now. This match has completely broken down.
This is wilder than Danny G's search history, and that's saying something.
Dougie rams Danny G into the barricade. The fans are losing their minds.
They're chanting, "Smash the Viking!" JR, the place is erupting. It's like Dougie's family reunion after somebody insults his caravan.
Danny grabs a steel chair. No! Dougie kicks it right out of his hands.
Look at the chaos. The refs lost control. He's just trying to survive at this point.
They're near the announce table now. You might want to move your crown, King.
I'm staying right here, cowboy. This is better than cable.
Danny G throws a wild haymaker. Dougie ducks, grabs the whiskey bottle off the table.
Uh-oh, JR. You know what time it is. It's last call.
Danny G charges like a bull. Oh my God! He's broken in half.
That bottle just smashed him in the dome, JR.
Danny G is down. He's out cold.
That bottle had more impact than tax season.
Remember, this is Brawl for All rules. Balls count anywhere, folks. Dougie covers. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Dougie Joyce wins it. The man with the best teeth in Britain just gave the Viking a glass jaw. Ha!
That was absolute carnage. Dougie Joyce advances to the finals for the Traveler brand, and he's one step closer to the Brawl for All Human Zoo Championship.
And you can bet he'll celebrate the same way he fights. Loud, proud, and probably with more whiskey.
Before we go, folks, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because if you miss next week's fight, King will personally hit you with a folding chair. It's been a wild one. What a slobber knocker. Dougie Joyce, the king of the Travelers, moves on. Danny G is down for the count.
JR, if he's a Viking, he's gonna need Valhalla's best paramedics.
I don't know, King, but I'll tell you one thing. Business has just picked up.
Did you see that, boys? Danny G went down like a dog in the yard and I put the boot to him proper. You lot doubt me. Look at me now. That's what a real champion looks like.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the mad scientist of mayhem, the orchestrator of chaos, and the father of every unholy thing that happens inside the human Zoo War Zone. We are not playing by your corporate rules, your sanitized sports entertainment garbage. No, no, no. This is the War Zone, where bones break, egos shatter, and legends are made in blood, sweat, and whiskey. You want intensity? You want carnage? You want a main event that makes your grandmother clutch her pearls and scream for mercy? Then look no further than Big Rick Colleen versus Brett May. Two juggernauts built out of bad decisions and bar fights.
Listen up, Donny Waters. You wanted the toughest bloke in your town? You're looking at him. I'm Brett May, Donny Waters' hardest man, and I don't blink. Big Rick thinks he's the big dog round here.
Coming soon to the human zoo. And when the smoke clears, the winner gets to step into the ring with the one man who bleeds Traveler gold. Oh, Whiskey Fingers, Dougie Joyce, the king of the caravan. The man who doesn't just win fights, he ends family lives. And over on the B Show, the land of lunatics and old-timers, we saw Hedgehog Man rip old Leatherface Murphy apart like a cheap Halloween costume. Now he's waiting, sharpening those spikes, waiting for the survivor of Decca Heggie versus the Shadow Boxer. Two men who hit so hard, the lights flicker in Donny Waters. But understand this, my friends. All roads lead to one thing. The collision of brands. The clash of titans. The first ever Human Zoo Brawl for All Championship. One winner. One name, one lunatic left standing to call himself the king of this madhouse. Because this isn't just wrestling. This isn't just entertainment. This is extreme. This is the Human Zoo!